Hey guys, what's going on? The Nerd Herd here. First ever podcast. Gonna be sweet. We got a lot of... Oh, I hit something. We got a lot of fun topics to talk about. It's gonna be pretty good.
Right. So, we wrote, just a quick backtrack, we wrote this as of March 18th and 15th, between that, and within that week. So some of this news is a little bit old, just a little warning.
Yeah, we usually try to cover the stuff in that week.
Right, this won't happen again. This is just our first time. We do have some stuff that happened this week to talk about, though, as you'll see.
Alright, so first piece of news, I thought would start off with this, because in my opinion it's the most exciting. The $71.3 billion deal for Disney and Fox is finally official, and it's great. I'm really excited. I can't wait to see what they do. They've already teased Deadpool.
Yeah, part of me is 100% down to see the MCU doing stuff with Fox properties. But the other part of me doesn't want Disney owning every single thing that exists. Like, I don't want this to be like the Terminator, where Disney's going to own Skynet, and then we're going to have clones, and we're going to be killing each other. Speaking of clones.
How long do you think it's going to take until we see any of the Fox property in the MCU?
Well, we do know about the the gap that's going to be in between Endgame and Far From Home. We know about that. Far From Home and whatever comes next is going to have quite a gap between the two. We're not going to see any horror Marvel movies until at least 2020.
Yeah, I'm thinking they at least like.
I'm still waiting for what's his name. I haven't opened up my comics in a while because I've been like busy doing other stuff. What's his name? I've been wanting to see Adam Warlock, and that was teased in Guardians 2. And people think Adam Warlock's going to be a part of this new MCU.
It's definitely going cosmic, so I can see that happening.
Honestly, it's DC. They're making a movie for what's his name?
Shazam?
I forget. What?
I don't know.
Something like that, yeah. That's some odd, obscure, like, Dark Horse / DC hero that they're making a movie of.
So, they're doing...
I'm just like, cool.
By the time the third Spider-Man movie rolls around, he's gonna be in college, so they could tease the Fantastic Four in that movie.
Being third? Jesus Christ.
And then... What's great about the X-Men is they really only used, like, one villain. The whole 8-movie thing they did with the X-Men. So they have a lot of villains at their disposal that we haven't been introduced yet to in the movies, just because they barely did anything with the X-Men characters over at Fox, which is great, so we can see some fresh faces. I'm very happy.
Yeah, me too.
So for the next piece of news, reportedly over at Sony, they're making an Agent Venom TV show. I'm a
comic person, but I'm not that deep of a comic person. Can you just inform me on what Agent Venom is?
So Eddie Brock got... not Eddie Brock, Flash Thompson got, like, some...
The kid who kicks Spider-Man's ass, right? Peter Parker's?
Right,
that's like
yeah.
the bully, right?
Yeah, so, he got venomized, basically, by a not Venom. I don't think it was Venom. It could have been Venom, but some symbiote got him, and then he figured out how to control it, and then he became a superhero. What is going... Okay, it's done. Sorry, there was, like, this weird noise in the background. I haven't really... So, I'm not that familiarized with Agent Venom. He seems like a pretty cool character, though.
Either. As a person... I mean, Agent Venom sounds like a fucking Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. kind of thing.
Yeah, he's
I don't watch Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. either, so I am a Marvel fan in the slightest sense. Kind of, sort of, I don't know. Yeah, that sounds interesting.
Yeah.
It's also just a leak, right? There's no, like, official confirmation.
They,
Anybody know?
Some of the...
Any clearance on who's directing it?
No. They, the
Somebody
Sony
just-
execs just said they had the idea, and they were thinking about starting it.
Yeah.
But, Kevin Feige said that the phases 1 through 3 of, the MCU will be called the Infinity Saga, which is a pretty cool name. That's just a information bit.
I guess, huh?
And so they recently released like this thing over at Fox talking about how because of how bad the 2015 Fantastic Four film did, it ruined, like, Gambit was they were starting to work on Gambit, but because Fan 4 did so bad, they like stopped, they like got rid of the script they had, and that's why we haven't seen a Gambit movie. I've not seen
Gambit, I feel like there's been an underappreciation in culture for Gambit and pop culture recently. I mean, like, nobody really remembers Gambit anymore. He was the coolest fucking X-Man.
Yeah, it was pretty cool. Did you watch the Did you watch the Fantastic Four film 2015?
No, I did not.
Neither did I. I was going to go, but then I didn't. Lucky me.
Probably for the best, yeah.
Yeah. So, obviously, we've had a lack of announcements for MCU films and just what's going on over there. And Kevin Feige has said that a lot more announcements are coming very soon. So, we'll just have to wait for those. I'm excited. I cannot wait to see what they do next. After Endgame and Far From Home.
I'm really, really pumped.
I just hope they don't go back to their formulaic films that they had.
We didn't plan to talk about this, but I wanted to bring it up. Shazam is getting good reviews right now. Shazam's apparently actually like a good DC movie.
Yeah, they said it was. We'll talk about it later. I did just add it a few minutes ago. And yeah. I have some reviews that I saw.
I wanted it to be good. I had no idea who Shazam was. I played as Shazam in Infamous, and that was not Infamous. What's it called?
Injustice.
Injustice. And
yeah.
That's the only time I've ever seen Shazam in anything. So as soon as I saw this movie, I was like, hey, that was that dude I played as in that superhero game. So now, here we are. And it kind of just seems like a kid-friendly Deadpool, which I'm down for.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I'm excited. But, so more Fantastic Four 2015 news. The director wants to delete the film. He wish it never came out.
Archiver's worst nightmare. It's like film deletion.
I want to watch it just to see how awful it is.
I don't. I know this is quite a statement, but I prefer good movies over bad movies.
I mean, freak. Next bit. Mark Ruffalo is done with Avengers Endgame. I mean, I don't really care that much.
Done with Avengers
I never felt.
I thought they already finished. What is that supposed to mean?
Well, like, he's not gonna film any more movies and stuff, but I don't really care just because...
He's not gonna be...
In the MCU.
Not gonna be in any more MCU movies?
No. His contract's over and he didn't get renewed.
Not playing Hulk anymore?
Mm-mm. We'll probably get some sort of Hulk, like a different color, maybe. Or they could I don't know, but I never really liked him as an actor.
They could introduce Hulkverse, but Hulkverse was already ruined because Thor Ragnarok already became a thing.
Yeah. I don't know.
You can't really do Hulkverse because they've already done that. I don't know.
So, Kevin Feige's...
I think of Spider-Verse.
Speaking
of which, they just released Spider-Geddon. Spider-Geddon's a good read. I just got it.
Comic book?
It's good.
Cool.
It's like Civil War, but in the Spider-Verse.
Oh, that's cool.
That's cool. I like it.
Do you know who Florence Pugh is? I feel like I said her last name wrong.
What?
Do you know who Florence Pugh is?
What?
Florence Pugh.
No.
Oh, well, she's in the Black Widow movie. I have no idea who she is. I looked at some of the things she was in. I didn't recognize any of them. So, if you know who she is, she's in talks to be in that movie. So, I'll put a picture on screen right now, for you people watching this podcast, but, Captain Marvel almost looked like the picture you're seeing right now, which is glad they went with what they did. Obviously, it was very early stages of when they, made the sketch, but definitely like the way they went with it. So if you're down to get some money for watching 2 days worth of movies, cable TV is paying you $1,000, giving you a Captain America popcorn pocker, Thanos Infinity Gauntlet mug, Iron Man Snuggie, and $100 Grubhub gift card, and apparently more to watch all
Iron Man Snuggie.
Oh yeah, you don't have one of those?
Yeah.
Neither do I. But if you just watch all the Marvel films up to Ant-Man and the Wasp in release order, you get $1,000 and all those things. I'm not gonna do it. I would never do that because you have to like tweet to all your friends and stuff.
Yeah.
I don't know.
So
Next
on
bits. Avi Arad says you will like. He's saying that people will like the Morbius film the way he looks, and that they're just getting started with their Spider-Man films. Venom was a letdown, so I'm not too excited about Morbius, and I don't even really know much about Morbius. I know he's a vampire, but so that's happening.
yeah.
Oh, so if you go to propstore.com in August, they're selling a bunch of Netflix TV show props. Like, you can get the Daredevil suit, the mask, a bunch of...
What? You just talked to the biggest Daredevil fan and asked for that. Dude, Daredevil's my favorite superhero right now.
Dude,
I don't want to dig into it and be annoying and be that guy, but Daredevil is so...
Dude, then go to the prop store
so
and get some of the stuff that they used on the show. It would probably only be a few $1,000s, but I mean...
Hell yeah.
So, Shang-Chi, the MCU movie that's happening, has a director, Daniel something. I don't want to butcher his last name. But that means it's happening, which is great, because I'm excited to see a movie like that. It's basically Iron Fist, but they definitely won't screw it up, and it's a movie. So, I'm very excited. Next bit of news. Look out next Monday, tomorrow, because Spider-Man Far From Home is getting a trailer. It's second trailer. I'm excited. The first
trailer person.
What?
I'm not a huge trailer person. I don't like keeping up on trailers.
Really?
I feel like they spoil things sometimes, you know? One of those people. Don't judge me.
One of those.
Those.
So, because of the Fox deal, it looks like 4,000 jobs are on the line.
Okay.
Because of the Disney Fox deal, which is kind of sad.
Remember, we only like Disney when we get to.
Oh yeah. So okay, Casey,
I'm not a fan of Disney owning it. Yeah.
This is a discussion. So this next bit is like very. This is a discussion. How do you feel about? Because a lot of fans are mad that Brie Larson was wearing makeup in the Avengers Endgame trailer, the new one. How do you feel about it?
Hey, why are they mad at that?
I don't know. I guess because she wasn't in the first one, and they were like, "Oh, you can tell a man was in charge of the costumes and what they're wearing." I don't really mind it. I don't get.
They're wearing makeup?
Yeah, she's just wearing like some lipstick and stuff.
Alright. So what's the problem?
I mean, talk to the fans. Why? I don't know.
I can't talk to the fans.
I don't really understand the big deal. Like, it's makeup and she's wearing it.
Yeah, okay. I don't see the problem here. She's just wearing makeup.
Yeah, I don't know.
So, yeah.
Alright, now we're on the DC side of things. Some DC news going down.
Oh, Christ. That's the worst sentence I've ever heard.
Kevin something, the WB studio chief, just left. Guess what it is, Casey? Guess what it is? You never heard this before in somebody in a movie thing. Guess.
I can't.
Okay.
Can't.
Sexual
He
misconduct.
left for Marvel.
You've heard it here first. Somebody who works at a movie studio.
Wait, a celebrity?
Yeah.
What? I didn't know celebrities could sexually assault people.
Dude, I'm serious. This actually happened. I can't believe it.
Oh, you're bullshit. No, that's not real.
I don't know what to tell you. So, I guess we'll just be waiting to see who the next studio chief is. But,
that was an accident. Anyway.
On to some Batman news. The movie that's coming out in, 2021 is set in the 90s.
The what? The what?
In the Batman movie, this is 2021. Set in the 90s.
Okay.
And
so, we're getting a Batman movie in 2021 that's set in the 90s.
Yeah, it's about, young Bruce Wayne. And it's said to be, a real detective movie.
Is it in the DCEU?
They haven't really said. I mean, the DCU is kind of screwed up. They've, separated themselves from the Snyderverse part of the DCEU, but it's a little... I don't know. DCEU is weird. But, it also released a logo, which you'll see on screen right now. I don't really like the logo. It's a little much. It's a little... I don't know. I just don't like the orange for the Batman.
I'm going to look it up on Google, and if I don't like it, I swear to God. Batman 2021 logo. I came up with some pictures of... Oh, okay, we have something on IMDb.
Go to the document. It has the picture.
That's Ben Affleck as a writer?
Does it? I didn't know that. Weird.
No fingers? Oh, never mind.
But so Ezra Miller's
I don't see anything on it.
On the document, it's right there. It's in the DC section. Go to the.
Okay.
Yeah, God.
I did.
Do you see it? Do you see it?
Just kidding. That looks like a cartoon logo.
Yeah.
Is that fake? I think that's fake. I don't believe that.
I don't know. I hope that's not it. But, so Flash news, because that movie that's apparently still writing the scripts.
Okay.
Ezra Miller is now writing the scripts before his contract expires, because that's how desperate they are to get this movie out.
Okay.
I really hope this movie doesn't happen. We already have Grant Gustin doing a pretty terrible job. We don't need a second one. But, so Joss Whedon, guy, he did Justice League, he thinks that Henry Cavill is the best Superman. Who do you think is the best Superman, Julian?
Henry Cavill is that dude from 2008, right?
Yeah. He did Man of Steel. He was that guy.
Oh, that guy. I was thinking of the dude from Superman Returns.
Oh no. Do you think Henry Cavill is the best?
Question again.
Do you think Henry Cavill is the best Superman?
No. I think he is the best looking adaptation of Superman.
I think
the best looking. He's the most. If I drew a picture of Superman in my head, he would probably look like him.
Yeah. I think the best Superman was the guy in the 60s movies. In the 50s? That guy.
I agree that.
The 70s, I mean.
That is a statement I can agree with.
So, yeah.
I don't know.
What?
Superhero movies are one of the few mediums that I can't really watch the older versions because we've gotten so far in quality in modern superhero movies that, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I know what you're saying.
I can watch older horror movies because modern horror movies usually suck, but we'll get to us soon.
Stay tuned for that.
Most modern horror movies. Stay tuned for us. Where it's gonna be my turn to
go on a tangent.
Out.
Yes. So yeah, if we're going to Shazam again, the viewers have said it's amazing, very character driven. It has a 97% on Rotten Tomatoes, which is very good.
What does?
Shazam.
Oh, Shazam. That was talking about us. I'm sorry.
No. Yeah.
And it's just, Shazam. It's kid-friendly Deadpool. And, I mean, I saw Deadpool when I was 10 years old in the theaters. So, Deadpool's always been kid-friendly.
All right. Star Wars news. Casey doesn't really care that much.
I love Star Wars. What are you talking about? I don't like modern Star Wars because Star Wars isn't Star Wars anymore. It's just that sci-fi movie that comes out every year that we all go to see for some reason.
I can't disagree with that. That is very true. All right. Fun fact. Knights of the Old Republic TV show filming this fall for Disney Plus. I'm excited.
A TV show for the Knights of the Old Republic? I love that game.
They need to do it. It's great. I'm excited.
That game is like a masterpiece. Like I didn't know that was happening.
Well, now you do. I have a picture that I'll put on screen. It's on the document if you want to look, Casey. It's Taika Waititi. He did Thor Ragnarok as director. It looks like he's voice acting IG-88 for the Mandalorian TV show.
I don't want to hear about him. I don't want to hear about that. I want to hear him directing again. I want to see his next movie.
He is directing an episode of The Mandalorian. Fun fact. But he's also looks like he's voice acting for IG-88. I have a bunch of Oscar Isaac little things he said for episode 9. He says that Poe Dameron and C-3PO will share a screen, which they haven't really done. He says C-3PO will have...
Okay, are you literally reporting on the fact that Poe Dameron and C-3PO will be in the same frame?
Some people will be excited about that, Casey. I gotta give
I be excited about that? That's like telling me that fucking Luke Skywalker... It's like telling me that... Oh, my God. It's like telling me that Ant-Man is going to share a screen with... what's his name? What's the dog? The space dog. I just forgot his name.
Oh, my God. Well, he also said that C-3PO will have a significant role... And that Rey and Poe will be working together. If you don't care, you don't care. There you go. It's just like 3 seconds of small news.
The problem is... Okay, you don't get it. You don't get me. You don't get it.
Alright, I'm sorry.
It's phony.
So, Frank Oz,
You're
Yoda.
just sipping the tea. You're just sipping the tea.
You know what,
Casey? You're
Casey?
going to let Disney release the same movie every year, and you're going to shell your money. You're going to go first opening day. You're going to give them your money, and you're not going to even turn your head.
Oh my God. Alright, Frank Oz, Yoda,
Here's the problem.
has said filmmakers for Star Wars are not here to fulfill...
Did you know that Poe and Yoda are going to be in the same shot? It's just a theory, though. Just a leak.
Oh my God, Casey, I hate you. Okay, Frank Oz, Yoda, I'm going to say it like for the third time because you're so annoying, says filmmakers for Star Wars are not here to fulfill fan expectations. If you haven't gotten that yet, you're kind of not smart. That is so obvious.
Okay, yeah.
Another little leak, that in talks, Lucasfilm is reportedly making a Disney Plus Ewoks show. Because we can never get enough Ewoks.
Of course, because we all love Ewoks.
If you don't, you're a monster.
Show and movie has been successful and good.
So,
and loved, and not dumped in Mexico instead of a landfill.
Game of Thrones guys, those guys that are making a Star Wars trilogy, it's reportedly set in the Old Republic, which is also very good. I need more Old Republic in my life for canon, you know. Okay.
You want to know the last time we saw a movie that was a prequel that was for canon?
When?
1999, Phantom Menace.
Fair enough.
I mean, it did good. But do you want to know how it does now? Do you want to know how it holds up, Mason?
How?
Mason, you want to know something funny?
How does it hold up?
That was before Disney.
Really?
Are you going to defend the Phantom Menace right now?
Okay, moving on, because Casey gets a little angry about Phantom Menace.
When you defend the Phantom Menace...
When he hears Phantom Menace, he gets a little upset.
Yeah, that's correct.
All right, some Rogue One
Like,
news. This
gouging
is
your eyes out with nails if you like the Phantom Menace.
so Rogue One almost ended with a wedding, and nobody died, and yeah, I'm so glad it ended the way it did. It would have been a pretty bad movie if it ended that way with like a wedding.
Am I the only one that felt like? Am I the only one that felt like Rogue One? And this is a compliment, by the way. This is not something to put the movie down with. But it felt like a war movie, but also Star Wars. You know?
Yes, it was very good. It's my favorite.
Like a Vietnam movie.
It's my favorite Star Wars movie, I think.
Yeah. That and the Empire.
So Mark Hamill talks about Luke Skywalker making a cameo in Episode 9, which makes sense. Force Ghost, because that happens. Oh, and because of what?
Thing.
All right, cool.
I said absolutely nothing.
Oh, okay. Well, now because of the Fox deal, I don't really understand how this works, but now they can release the unaltered versions of the Star Wars films on like DVD and stuff.
Yeah, the what? You cut out.
The unaltered Star Wars movies, like the original films.
Oh wait, the original cuts?
Mm-hmm.
Like the theatrical. Damn.
Yeah. By the way, so if you haven't finished Star Wars Clone Wars and you don't want to get Disney Plus, it's leaving Netflix next month. So if you want to watch it now because it's about to be gone, and you'll never be able to see it again unless you get Disney Plus.
That's the new streaming service, right?
Yes. All right, I have two Transformer newses from Hasbro.
Okay.
So
and then I get to talk about my spiel.
Yes, you do. So Hasbro is making a Bumblebee 2, but they're also talking about making a Transformers 6.
Are we really talking about? Are you? I don't want to hear about Transformers right now. I'm sorry, I hate to break it to you.
All right.
But like Transformers is not a good franchise in my opinion. It is just ground with bad reception.
I haven't seen Bumblebee. Was it good?
I heard Bumblebee was better, but not good.
Well, if you liked Bumblebee, it sounds like it's going to get a lot worse, because Hasbro also talked about adding more Michael Bay action and nonsense fighting to Bumblebee 2. So it's basically going to be a second Transformers movie, like another Transformers movie, except it's just Bumblebee, so he's going to be fighting air. I love you, Hasbro. Thank you for... I mean, who's he going to fight? Like, the people?
I don't know. They're just gonna pull some fucking Transformer villain that hasn't been seen since 1986, and they're gonna be like, "Oh, look at this," and then
no, it's gonna be a comic character.
I remember that from 1986. Maybe you should buy a ticket.
All right, Casey, you get to rant now. We're gonna talk about a new movie this week. Us horror film. I have not seen it.
Here we go.
Casey,
okay, so here
I could probably leave, and he's still gonna be talking.
We can start with spoiler-free stuff, and then if you want, I can delve with spoiler shit.
I think, Casey, you should make a video on it separate.
I don't know. I mean, I think we should just merge it with the podcast.
Alright, I'm down.
Alright, so let's start with spoiler-free stuff. The movie is quite simple. I still am trying to analyze this fucking movie because it's so confusing. But, basically, it starts off with our main cast, like a little note, and it says that there are almost 3,000 miles of tunnels that are underneath America that are unused, and that people don't know what they are used for. And this is a true fact, that there are actually tunnels under America that nobody knows what they're used for, which right off the bat is pretty creepy. We cut to this little girl, and I'm going to give you every single detail that happens in the beginning because it's important. She plays some carnival game. She gets a 1986... I mean, this takes place the beginning takes place in the 80s, by the way. She gets a Thriller t-shirt. And then she goes into a mirror house, okay? And in this mirror house, she sees herself. And then it cuts out We see her in a therapist's bed, and she has PTSD from what happened. We cut years and years later. She is now a mom who has 2 kids and a loving and nerdy husband. The husband's actually Winston Duke, who played one of the dudes in Black Panther. I don't know the name, but he's in Black Panther. And they come back to Santa Cruz, which is where all that stuff originally happened. And she is having some PTSD stuff because she's scared that she's going to see her body double again. And one night, she does. And an entire doppelganger version of her family shows up. And it presents itself as a home invasion movie at the beginning for the first act. And they're just stuck in their homes with the doppelgangers, and the doppelgangers are trying to kill them. That's pretty much everything that the trailer shows. It's a great movie. The Shining of our time. Obsessed about that movie. After seeing it the first time, you're going to be so confused, I promise. But second watchings, third viewings, even fourth viewings really help.
So, Casey,
this movie came out on... Yeah?
which do you think is a better movie? I know you've said that they're very different movies, but do you like Get Out more or Us?
I can't. Because here's the thing about Get Out. Get Out is a psychological thriller that is about and what it's like to be black in America in the modern day. And Us is about mental health. And it's about American society. It's about what we as people choose to do. What dumb things and what terrible things we have done. And it talks about PTSD, and it's about so much more. Well, not more than Get Out. I didn't even want to see it the first time. It was the night before it was supposed to come out. My brothers were like, let's go see this movie called Get Out. I was like, no, I want to see John Wick 2. They convinced me to see Get Out, and I fucking loved it. It was great. It was a perfect movie. 10 out of 10. So when we found out that the same director, Jordan Peele, was making a new movie called Us, and I saw the trailer, I fell in love, wanted to see it. Went to the theater, I saw Us. It was incredible. I love it. But people were booing. This was not what I saw in Get Out. In Get Out, the audience was spectacular. Everyone loved it. But for us, people don't get it because Us is it's about something broader. 15% of America, only 15% of Americans are black. Mental health and what we do as people, that haunts and hurts all of us. Everyone. It's a very deep movie. I'm just gonna put it there. I can delve into spoiler territory, and you'll see why I'm saying this. Once I do. Do I have the permission? Do I have to go?
Yes, go ahead.
Okay.
Warning, spoilers.
Mom?
You've been warned.
Spoil the movie Us. Yeah, I highly advise that if you have not seen it, you go see it and then you come back. The mother so basically they fight their former selves. The dad kills his doppelganger. The 2 kids kill their doppelgangers. But the mom can't kill her doppelganger. They go to the neighbor's house after they have fought their doppelgangers. And they see that their neighbors also have their own doppelgangers. So they're like, okay, what the hell's going on? They flip on the news and they find out this is international. All throughout the world, people's doppelgangers are showing up and killing them. And they're finding out that every time that they kill one of the doppelgangers, every time the doppelganger kills the person that they're a doppelganger of, they walk out into the street and hold hands with other doppelgangers. And they're trying to make a line all across America. And that this is because, and okay, I'll delve into that later. So the normal people who aren't doppelgangers are like, what the fuck? Let's rest until morning. So they do. They don't go to bed. They just they chill out until morning. and they go out into Santa Cruz, and they find more doppelgangers. They fight them. The boy, one of the main character little boys, go missing. And it's revealed that, you remember in the very beginning, the mother bumped into a doppelganger of herself and had PTSD from it?
Yes.
We find out that they both switched bodies. That they both switched places. So the mother we've been following this whole time is actually a doppelganger. The doppelganger was actually an actual person. After finding that out, when you watch the movie other times, you notice that shit. And they kill the doppelganger, they escape, they drive away, and then the final shot is this helicopter view of all the doppelgangers all across America holding hands. The weird and small things in this movie that shock me. There are so many nitpicky small things here and there that when you watch the movie for the first time, you're not going to notice, but when you get home after you drive home from the theater, you're going to be like, oh yeah, I just realized that. For example, at the beginning of the movie, the mom, she wins a carnival game at Santa Cruz Pier, and she gets a t-shirt of Thriller. And then later is abducted by the doppelgangers and gets switched out, like what I just said the twist is. Throughout the movie, the doppelgangers, you'll notice, are wearing red, one glove. This is because she grabbed that Thriller t-shirt, and the doppelgangers don't know anything about the outside world except for that t-shirt, so that's why they're wearing all red and one glove. That, and also the number 11 is in every single frame of the movie, because 11 is a double number. It's a great movie. 10 out of 10. I highly advise that anyone, all of you, go see it. It's such a great movie.
Yeah, so, I may or may not watch
falling
it.
Asleep now.
I haven't really thought about...
I think you would.
Yeah. Alright, so...
Let's go on to my next topic. The end of the effing world.
So this section is just stuff we got into this week, and stuff we've watched, read. Basically anything we've done this week we talked about. Yeah. Alright.
So, The End of the Effing World is a Netflix show we've been getting into. It's also a comic. So these two kids, it's like about two kids who run away from home. And it's very Tarantino-esque, at least in my eyes. And basically, run away from their home, and it starts off innocent enough where they steal a car and they're just like living their best life, and they break into a home and they're just partying and having fun until a certain person, the person who owns the house that they broke into, shows up and tries raping one of them. So the other one slits their throat. Slits the rapist's throat. So now they're running from the cops because now they've committed a homicide, and it has this very, very like 80s. Well, I don't like saying that because we know what the current state of Hollywood feels about the 80s, but it has a very 80s writing. It reminded me of Heathers. Have you ever seen Heathers?
No.
Yes or no? I didn't hear that.
No, I have not.
Alright, Heathers is very similar, but not really. Heathers is almost the same, but they don't run away. They kill someone, and then they're like, oh no, we killed someone. Yeah, End of the Effing World's great. And they're filming season 2 as of this week, so maybe this is a this week kind of thing to talk about.
Cool.
Another thing we want to talk about is, what's the next topic? Resident Evil 2.
I've only seen the trailer, and it looked really good. Casey showed me.
Yeah.
Have you played it yet?
Yeah. It's a PS4 game. I have. I got it on PS4. I mean, I got it on PC. I don't... So basically, Resident Evil 2 is a game from 1998 that got remade recently, and that's the remake we're talking about here. And it's a horror game, so bear with me. but it's horror in the slightest sense. It's like a zombie shooter, but like not. I don't know. It's really fun. It's about this cop dude, or his name's Leon, or this woman named Claire. You get to pick, and the zombie apocalypse starts in this huge city, Raccoon City, and lock themselves inside of a a police station, and they have to survive within the police station. And basically, you switch between the two characters, and certain things you do between the two characters influences what happens in separate campaigns. For example, if you were playing as Leon, and you went to like the armory in the police station, and you grabbed like a grenade launcher, that means that when you play as Claire later, you won't get the chance to grab that grenade launcher because Leon already grabbed it.
Oh, that's cool.
You have to you have to strategize between the two characters.
Right.
It's a very fun game.
All right.
Oh yeah.
So, pick that up if you're ever at GameStop or if you're ever looking for a game to play. Pick it up. So, Casey, you've already seen Umbrella Academy. I'm up on episode 7 right now, and I personally,
I am not a fan of Umbrella Academy. I don't get the hype. I think the hype's obnoxious. I get it. It's a superhero movie for the emos. I get it. I got it. Seen it. I've seen it. I've seen it 1,000 times before, and I know what I'm gonna watch as soon as I dive into it. And I knew what I was gonna watch as soon as I dived into it, and I dived into it anyway. And you know what? I'm not disappointed that I watched it because I like some of the writing. I like the soundtrack.
The soundtrack's incredible.
Page. I feel like Ellen Page is a underrated actress who doesn't get enough attention nowadays.
So,
but
I think the soundtrack's great. I feel like it's a very the way the writing is reminds me of Stranger Things in the sense as of the main characters aren't completely together the whole time, and it takes.
I liked it. Okay, so here was my thing. I liked the show until about episode. How many episodes are there again?
10.
There's like 12, right?
10.
10. Until episode when things start wrapping up, that's when things start really getting lazy.
Yeah.
I hated the ending, the conclusion. I'm not going to spoil it to you, but it's terrible. You're literally going to be cringing by the second. I hate the hype for 5. You don't want to know how many teenage girls in my school have been like, oh my god, 5 is so cute. He's a kid. You're literally obsessing over a boy. You are a pedophile. I mean, technically he's not a kid, but we're not going to get into semantics here. What else?
Do you like him as an actor, the guy that does 5? He's not.
I haven't seen any other shit besides.
He's not the worst.
What I've seen from Umbrella Academy, he's good.
Yeah, he was in Nicky, Ricky, and Dawn. That's where everyone knows him from.
Ricky and Dawn.
I used to watch the show when I was a youngin'.
Remind me again on...
It's about, four,
Ricky and Dawn. Oh, that's the show. Oh, I was thinking of Daniel and Craig. What the hell is Ricky and Dawn?
Nicky, Ricky, and Dawn. Nicky, Ricky, Dicky, and Dawn. Yeah. It's an okay show. For kids. I mean, it's a kid's show.
Alright.
About kids.
Okay.
But, yeah, I don't mind most of the actors. I think the storylines that they have going are very good with the characters.
Yeah, I have my opinions about that.
I think the whole thing with, that, the company or whatever that 5 worked for when he was in the future it's a little stupid in my opinion. I don't really like it. But, I mean, what I've seen so far, I'd rate it out of...
For me, too, most of the jokes in that show fall flat.
Yes, it's...
Comedy's not that good.
No, I give it a 7 or an 8 right now, in my opinion.
Right now, your number is going to drop at least by 2 by the time you get to the end. Promise.
Alright, well, that's it for this podcast. Thank you guys for tuning in.
Just one episode. That's it. That's it for this podcast. It's over. Just one episode.
This is it, yeah. You know, I hate Casey, but he's paying me for this, so
I hate this kid.
yeah.
This kid.
No, I'm kidding.
For this.
But we should be back next week. Hopefully we'll consistently upload Saturday or Sunday, like every weekend.
Yeah.
It'll probably be 40 minutes to an hour each one. And at the bottom I will have timestamps for each section of topic. So I hope you guys enjoyed. Thank you for tuning in. Like, subscribe, leave a comment. If you have any questions, you can email us. Our email will be down below. Subscribe to Casey's YouTube channel. His YouTube will be down below. And yeah, bye.